Well, hello and good morning. Welcome to your Safari Live here with WildEarth. We are out here at Sandringham, and we also have the Sabi Sand with Leon there. He is also out and about this morning, enjoying the start to the day, just as we are with this elephant bull. Ralph is also at Amakhala, but just a few gremlins there. So hopefully he'll be able to join us a little bit later on in the show. My name is Amy, and behind the camera with me is Panda. There we go. And like I said this morning, it's a very still morning. It's much cooler than it was yesterday, I would say. And our plans really spend a little bit of time with this elephant bull and then head over to the river, maybe a waterhole or two depending, and just see what the morning holds for us. Maybe pick up on some fresh signs of some cats, who knows. Nothing as of yet today, but we are excited, everybody. It's going to be a great Feline Friday out in the bush, hoping to make that happen for us here at Sandringham.
Well, on our search for this female cheetah, we obviously looking for signs, tracks, all sorts, and also just checking all the little thickets as well, because if she has killed something, she maybe be lying up or have dragged the kill to this kind of thicket that we're sitting in now. And a lot of it is the common guarri with these very wavy leaves that you'd see on the normal magic guarri and the Natal guarri that they get in the Lowveld. But yeah, our main guarri is the common guarri, hence the name. But yes, we also have a lot of these scotias, the Karoo scotia. It's similar to the weeping bourbon, but this is the Karoo, the Karoo bourbon, scotia Karoo. It's a lot smaller. Also getting the red leaves though, but wonderful for the sunbirds too. And then something we've just spotted here, which it was actually Morgan, we do see a lot of these African giant land snails in these parts as well, especially after it rains. They generally bury themselves underneath the ground, and then when it does rain and they sort of feel that moisture coming through to them, you'll find them coming out of the soil and moving around. They do get massive. But obviously, with the body structure, they have this shell and then a very soft, wet, moist body. They're very susceptible to desiccation, so they only come out when it is wet and moist. And this one is still reasonably small, actually. They get more than double the size of this. They never stop growing. Nick, you want to know if I've ever seen anything feeding on snails? I'm trying to think if I have. It's quite difficult for the birds to get into it. I don't recall that I have ever seen anything eating it. I'm not sure if it's because of the slime or because of the shell that protects them. But I'm thinking if anything would, it would be the likes of hornbills. And we do get crowned hornbills down here, but we know that a lot of the times when you see tortoises that have been eaten, it's mainly the hornbills. And I've seen them eating tortoises, but I can't recall any one of them feeding on these African giant land snails. And it's quite interesting to note, actually, that with snails and snails in general, the escargot, their mouth is just in front of their anus. So obviously everything circles around. So they feed in their mouth, it circles around, and it almost comes all the way back to where the mouth is and then is defecated. So obviously they need to keep moving forward. Otherwise they're going to eat their own defecation if they had to move in reverse. But that is quite interesting, and I think one of the only animals that this occurrence with their physiology is as such. But very interesting.
while we are watching and enjoying time with this elephant bull, we are also enjoying a sunrise there. It's a very weak sun this morning. I can't feel a thing, and that is due to this sort of hazy, misty cloud that's hanging down over the land at the moment in the low-lying areas. And soon, though, when it gets beyond that bank, it will release some of its warmth towards us. I can't wait. But this boy is, he is just beautiful. Leo, in a matter of speaking, they do sometimes find a stick and sort of scratch their chin or something like that. But in terms of a rubbing post and that sort of behavior, the mud wallowing or dust bathing and then going and finding a good scratching post, no. Cats don't really do that sort of thing, but they do sometimes scratch themselves. I've seen sometimes on the chin, especially if they find a little stick or branch that's at the right height in the right spot. They can do that. We have stopped for a bit of birding, and I couldn't resist, everyone. Just look how beautiful this lilac-breasted roller is in the morning sun. Panda was just saying how it's unfortunate that these birds can't see themselves. To just appreciate how gorgeous they are. Oh, my favorite bird. That's such a hard thing to answer. It's tricky to choose just one. There are so many that I love and that I enjoy spending time with, and also I haven't seen all the birds that I want to see yet, so difficult to pick. But I do love the Pell's fishing owl. I was mentioning that actually last week about how much I love those owls and just the excitement of trying to see them. They are quite rare to find, and my favorite spot to look for them is up in the Luvuvu River in the Pufuri area of the Kruger National Park. But the calls of birds are also a completely different thing to discuss. The lilac-breasted roller, unfortunately, I'm just going to say it softly so it doesn't hear me, but it doesn't have a very pretty call, everybody. Known as the pretty bird with a not-so-pretty call. Yes, George, I know. It's like it's glowing. Well, with the sun it is like that, but it's, look at those colours. It's like it's lit from inside, like the light is coming from the feather itself. We have stopped for a beautiful white-backed vulture that is sunning itself. It was actually in this area last night, wanting to roost for the evening, and I think it basically slept here and is now waking up for today. I can hear a black-collared barbet. There's also a crested barbet calling, and always beautiful to see these birds. You can see it's the top of a marula tree there. I always think marulas, when they have no leaves like this, it looks like all these quite chubby fingers that are coming out the top. One of the ways to identify them. And little birdies landed there to the left. It might be a sparrow or something like that. But lovely to see the soft morning light arriving here. Now, finally, I think it's going to be such a beautiful day today, and I think the next few days are pretty much going to be like this, day in and day out. Maverick, in terms of birds that have teeth, I think that was the question. Not that I know of. I know that some birds are born with an egg tooth to help them get out of the egg, but that's pretty much as far as that goes. Part of being a bird is having the beak. And then their tummy, or their stomach, the gizzard part of it, is really where for birds of prey anyway, or birds that eat other animals, all the crushing and things like that takes place in terms of needing that to be done. Oh, sounds like some unhappy elephants somewhere. Oh, there's that. So that is the black-collared barb. It's just landed to the right of that vulture there now. It's got the red head and the black collar around the neck.
Indeed, success we have had. We've managed to find her with a little bit of help from ecology, and she's looking wonderful, lovely in this nice, cool morning air. She might be active. I'll have to wait and see. But nice to catch up with her and to achieve the goal of what we started out with this morning, finding her. Now we can stick with her and see what she gets up to. Just grooming a bit. She might be a bit wet. It was a little bit of rain last night. And cats generally don't like being wet, so they might groom in the morning as soon as the sun is up. So Nadia, glad that you're seeing this girl for the first time. Yeah, it's also a new cheetah for me. It's only a couple of sightings now that we've had of her. So long may it continue. And we'll go with her on her journey. She's 21, 22-month old, so she's still got a lot of kitten-like traits. And we saw that yesterday with her sort of trying to attack some grass next to the termite mound and then rolling around and falling off of it. So Mama Kim, yeah, the three amigos have met this female. In fact, one of them was mating with her not too long ago. So the thought is that she's potentially pregnant and she may go for denning sometime soon. Time will tell, but she definitely has been mated with by one of those boys.
Oh, it's so great to see a giraffe. This particular female is quite light in color, isn't she? This giraffe is just ruminating away. Hasn't done much feeding. Chewing, chewing, chewing. Oh, Joe, I'm sure that some research that's been done on giraffes that can happen. I'm not sure if it is through a chip or whether they put something around the ankle. The neck wouldn't really work, would it? It's a bit more difficult, I would think. But no, I've never seen a giraffe with a tracker, at least in the areas that I've worked and visited. But I'm sure there may be in other parts with some of the more endangered species that occur in Africa. They may need to monitor them, their movements, and as well as research in general to be able to follow their patterns and understand more of their behavior.
Well, can't tell you how happy this makes me to see even more elephants emerging. I think there are at least another dozen or maybe 15, maybe even more, emerging out of the bushes from the Mloati on the other side of them. Andre, very carefully is the answer. They do eat the thorny bushes, but when they put the thorny branches using the trunk, they break it carefully and place it very carefully into the mouth. You can see they're manipulating it in a way to get it between the big molars, trying not to prick their lips too much or their trunk. So they definitely feel the thorns, but very often the thorny branches are more palatable. So it's worth it. It's worth putting a prickly thing into your mouth if you know how to do it without hurting yourself too much. But their skin, of course, is tough. It's thick, it's strong, but it's not insensitive. It definitely feels things very well. Those are guarri bushes that one is busy eating at the moment, the big one that is on the right of your screen. Not palatable at all, really. The leaves are bitter. The bark is quite pleasant, and the wood itself of the young branches, it's actually got a sweetish taste to it. So I think it's probably that wood rather than just the leaves that they want. If you chew it, it's definitely got a sweetish flavor to it.
Oh man, I'm so happy, and there's such a tiny little one with this group. It doesn't even know what to do with its trunk yet, my word. It is adorable. Oh, look at that. The sense of smell, so important with the Ellies. Oh, it is trying, so that means it's probably over 6 months old. Oh, that is so cute. This is exactly what I needed. It's following the other one. Are you trying to take water from probably your brother or sister, actually? Oh, that's not mom, little one. Try the other side. Oh, having a little scratch. Oh, that is so cute. Oh man, panda. How adorable is that? Kate, no, not aggression. There's a lot of play that takes place, but I wouldn't say aggression, no. I mean, they can probably get irritated with one another, and that's as far as the aggressiveness of a baby elephant would extend, I would say. It really is a miniature, isn't it? I'm still hoping maybe they'll decide to cross, but that might only happen a bit later on. It's going over. That is so incredible to see that size. The difference is really quite remarkable, isn't it?
Welcome back, and not only to our viewers, but welcome back to the migrants as well. Wahlberg's eagles, Palearctic migrants, they normally arrive now in August, and they're here for the summer, well, the rest of the spring. Spring's just coming, and most of summer, and they'll probably be gone in about March, April. They'll breed here. They breed in the south of their range. But you'll notice here, the one on the left is very dark. And the one on the right is very pale. That's not unusual, but the color variations are quite significant. But what is fascinating and really amazing is that they find their way back to very often the same tree year after year to nest. This isn't the tree that these ones are nesting on. Wherever they are nesting, it's probably the same tree that they nested in last year. They probably haven't even started building the nest yet. They've just arrived, taking a bit of a break before commencing their nest building. A little tuft on the top of the head is a giveaway. And the short bill, it's really quite a small eagle. And when you know what you're looking for, it's an unmistakable eagle, really. Especially in flight as well. You can't see it at the moment. But the tail is very straight when it flies. Longish tail and quite straight. You can't say the one is male because it's dark or because it's light. Either male or female can be any of the different color morphs, color forms. The very dark, the intermediate, or the very pale form. But invariably, a male is smaller than a female. Tabu, it's genetic, but it's not a defect. It's not a defect at all. It's just different varieties. Different genes, yes, it's definitely genetic, but yeah, I wouldn't describe it as a defect.
Well, our cheetah is now back to grooming and scratching and becoming active again. For now, though, she's just trying to get rid of a few itches there. And being a real kitty cat. Hello. Here we go. She's off. Is she going to move and keep on going down the path? She's just playing now. She's almost running away from herself. Let's just see what she does. She's up onto a tree. Okay, I think let's move forward and let's catch up with her. Sorry for the shake. I should have given you a chance there, Morgan. Aurora, absolutely, quite right. But that's... Well, she's just going to sharpen her nails a little bit. That's exactly why I wanted to hang around, because this is what was possible. And now she's going to come through here. Hello, girl. Gone right past the front of us. Now, this is the direction we want her going. There are animals down there. And there's every chance that she could go for a hunt. And she's in a very boisterous mood. There was some black wildebeest down there earlier. The one thing that cheetah also like doing is they always like looking, it's like they're the grass is greener predators, because they always want to look through the fence at the animals on the opposite property. Even when there's animals near to them, they prefer going and looking through the fence, as if that's better. Let's hope she stays away from the fence and keeps going down in the direction she's going. Buff, as she sits down. I love the way the cheetah do things. When they roll over, it's very fast. Just whoop. When they sit down, buff. When they lie down, also they almost throw themselves on the ground.
Welcome, everyone. We have found this giraffe out in the open and coming across. It's just beautiful in this golden glow. Wow. Something about this time of day, isn't there? It's amazing how it stopped and is listening there, because it's planning to walk in that direction. So it's being the ever cautious giraffe and checking, deciding which route am I going to use. Is there anything that I need to check on over there? Anything that may be lurking? And they'll sort of do this until they're satisfied that they've worked out whatever it is, and then they can continue on their mission.
Welcome back. We've just been sitting quietly enjoying a view of a little group of 5 nyala here. They were feeding beneath a big torchwood tree. They've moved a little bit away from there for now. But I was speculating whether they were feeding on the fruit of the torchwood or just on fallen leaves, and it appeared to be fallen leaves that they were feeding on. So I wonder why fallen leaves, some of them quite dry, are appealing to them. I came into this area hoping for some sign of Rulani or Chipuku, one of those young leopards. They were around here a little earlier, and this is not far. We're only a couple of 100 meters from where we saw Rulani in a tree yesterday evening. Let's just have a look at this tree over here. Pedro, no, not only when they're about to hunt. Sometimes cats will salivate when they're having an aggressive or hostile interaction with other cats. Like 2 male leopards will often salivate if they come into contact with one another. So this is the tree, the torchwood, Inulu, Balanites, Mormiai, and the fruit, I don't know if we can see any, but it does still have some fruit on it. They're about pecan nut size. You might be able to pick it out in some of the higher branches. You might make out a few of the fruit. Anyway, they're about the size of a pecan nut and fairly pungent smelling and quite oily. The nut of the fruit actually tastes somewhat like turpentine. Very fibrous seed covered by a little bit of brownish or khaki pulp. There are a few more. And elephants love them. Elephants will even shake the tree with their heads to make the fruit fall and then pick them up on the ground, much like they shake marula trees with their heads. Please remember the Shangaan name for it, because I will be testing you. Inulu.
And it's been great. Thank you for all of your comments and questions. It is something that we always appreciate, and we very much look forward to seeing you back out here tomorrow, everybody. We'll be out bright and early once again for the sunrise safari, and we'll see you all then. Keep well, and goodbye for now.